Yo, what is going on YouTube? This is your boy Dan, aka aDrive. I'm bringing you guys week 14 of the UCL. The St. Louis Rampardos are taking on the Carolina Keldeos and coach JayYTGamer. Both of us are currently 9 wins and 4 losses. Basically, the way the playoff picture is shaping up is it's going to come down to either myself, Jay, or Nexus securing the final playoff spot. If we beat Jay, we have to beat Nexus next week to make the playoffs. If we lose, we're pretty much out of the season, and next week we'll just have some fun and bring Stoutland. So it'll kind of be fun either way, but our goal here is to beat Jay and then take on Nexus next week and hopefully win there as well, make the playoffs, and then see what we can do from there. We'll see what happens, but nevertheless, I'm really excited about this match. Jay has played incredibly well all season. He's got a good team, a good friend of his, and I encourage you guys to check out his channel. Of course, we do have a question today. Out of all the Pokemon released in Sun and Moon, there were some new ones just revealed, actually, like Bone Sweet's Evolution. What has been your favorite so far? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm Team Vikavolt, man, Team Grubbin. That thing just looks amazing, and I'm so excited to use that on my playthrough. But here we go. Check out the team builder, guys. It's in the description, so you know what sets I'm bringing, why I'm bringing them, and so on and so forth, and hopefully we can pick up a W here. So let me get connected to the internet and connected to Jay here, and we're going to jump right into the match. All right, guys, we are connected with Jay right here. Should be a pretty epic matchup. I'm really excited for this. Obviously, serious playoff implications. The winner of this match has a really good chance for the playoffs. The loser of this match is eliminated from the playoff race, man. So it's been kind of a long season, but I've been in this situation before many times now in leagues, and we've been able to pull through and make the playoffs. So let's hope that works out again. I got a funny story while we're waiting here for this load up. I was waiting for Jay to send the request, and I got a request from a passerby named J-Dog. So I thought it might have been Jay, so I accepted it. This was like 2 seconds ago, right before this. And and it definitely was not Jay. He had totally a different team. So unless Jay was scouting it out as J-Dog, you know, with his Talonflame and his Terrakion, I think we're okay. But it was actually kind of funny that happened. I was like, maybe this is Jay. I don't know. I know it's a passerby, but maybe it wasn't. It wasn't Jay. But let's see what he brings here. Does bring the Manectric, does bring the Suicune, does not bring... What does he not bring? He does not bring the Nidoking. Oh, baby, I love to hear that. I love that. I love that. I love that. Nidoking is just such a huge threat. Let me update the layout here, though. I had a feeling Suicune could come, but I'm curious to see what kind of Suicune set he brings to kind of work around some of our threats here. He does not bring the Nidoking. Instead, brings the Manectric. So, a bit surprised to see that. He probably was bringing it. I'll have to be careful around the Manectric. That could be problematic, actually, but... especially if he's able to get up his rocks. But let me just make some notes here. Manectric, he does bring the Suicune, and what does he bring? He does bring the Heatran. So he's got Gliscor, Scissor, Azelf, Manectric, Suicune, Heatran. Okay, so my lead here, I don't even have to think about it, guys. My lead this whole time has been planned to be Tyranitar. So that is what I'm gonna do, man. I'm gonna lead with my Tyranitar right off the bat here. If he leads with his Manectric to Volt Switch, that's fine. I'm just going to lead Tyranitar and probably Ice Beam on the first turn, but if he leads Azelf, I'll pursuit it. So let's just do that, man. That's my plan all along. He very well may lead Manectric. But that's okay. Let me just take a quick run through Manetric's move pool here, as I know what it does typically, but I just want to make sure. He's probably gonna have Lightning Rod. I know he gets like, he gets fire moves. I don't think he would have to run HP Ice or HP, essentially HP Ice or HP Fighting if he really wants to hit me that hard. And even so, like, I should be able to take hits from the Manectric easily with Venusaur, so it should be pretty good there. So he is going to make his move here, and we're going to see how this goes. This should be a lot of fun, man. I'm just trying to have a good time here, you know, I don't want to stress it. You know, Jay's a really cool dude. He's a great competitor, and he's done really well this season. So let's see who's going to lead with. I hope he leads with Azelf. That would be best case scenario. He's going to lead with Gliscor 151 here, so... this is a very interesting scenario here. He very well could try to... let's count our sand turns here. This is turn 1 of sand. He very well could just try to set up Stealth Rocks here. I don't want to let him know I have Ice Beam, but I also kind of should let him know that I have Ice Beam. So I'm simply just going to click Ice Beam here, and if he switches out, that's fine. He might go for Stealth Rocks, so he might just also Protect. So by kind of going for Ice Beam here, I'll at least kind of determine... you know, Ice Beam's the play. Ice Beam's my play regardless. So let's just go for it. And we'll kind of try to find out what kind of Gliscor set he's running here. But I'm just going to go with the Ice Beam. Very obvious. But he might predict a Stealth Rock here and opt to not Protect. So that's an option too. But I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam. Because I can take an Earthquake. I know I can take an Earthquake. Unless he's like choice banned or something. But I could take an Earthquake. He very well he's either gonna Stealth Rocks, Protect, or Switch, if I had to guess. Those are probably the 3 opportunities here, but I'm not gonna play any prediction games, man. Just click an Ice Beam right off the bat. That way at least he doesn't get Stealth Rocks for free if he tries to get him up here. But I'm led to believe that this might be a Stealth Rock setter. So he has a free switch into my Godzilla pretty much every time with Suicune, so he's gonna just go for the Earthquake here, so I am gonna be able to get off. Hopefully we can take this no problem. Does a little over half. We are going to connect this Ice Beam here, and if he's not specially defensive, this could knock him out. It may knock him out regardless, and it does knock him out. Very awesome there. Very, very awesome. T-Tar picking up the Gliscor kill right off the bat. So Tyranitar kills Gliscor with Ice Beam. He might be physically defensive and calced and determined that he could live that hit, but I will take that all day, baby. I will take that all day. Getting rid of Gliscor on turn 1 is huge for my team because I was very, very concerned about that thing. And that's 1 full turn of sand here. Wow, I am blown away that just happened. That was best case scenario. He probably thought I was just gonna get my Stealth Rocks there, and that's why he decided to make the EQ play. And he probably, if he was physically defensive, he probably would have lived an Ice Punch. But I am fully specially offensive, max special attack, max speed Tyranitar with Ice Beam. So with Fire Blast, Earth Power, and whatchamacallit, and Pursuit for the Azelf. So we're packing a punch here. We're definitely packing a punch here. And I do still have my Babiri Berry, and my Babiri Berry could come in handy against the Scizor or the Heatran. So he may go into Scizor, try to Bullet Punch. He may go into Heatran here, I doubt it. He may go into Azelf, in which case I just Pursuit. Like, it doesn't bother me if T-Tar goes down, it really doesn't. Especially now that I traded a kill with it, which I thought was really good, or I got a kill. He's gonna go into Scizor. Yo, this, oh, it's shiny too, it looks beautiful. So guys, this is an interesting scenario here. This is turned to a sand. I gotta hit this Fire Blast. Can I live, what am I at? I'm at 67 out of 175. Let me actually calc this, 67 out of 175. That puts me at approximately 38%. Can I live a hit at this range from a Scizor? If he's Mega Scizor. With my Babiri Berry, I can live if he's not fully, like, offensively invested. So I'm just gonna stay in here and Fire Blast. And if he's not fully offensive, I can actually live and knock him out with Fire Blast here. If he is like an offensive variant, then he's gonna knock us out with Bullet Punch. So this is gonna be close. It's gonna be close. And if he doesn't Bullet Punch, thinking he's gonna be faster, I actually may outspeed this Scizor. But I'm just gonna go for the Fire Blast here. I think it's the safest play. There's no reason for me to switch out. I don't want to allow this thing to set up on me. He probably thinks he's faster. He probably thinks Bullet Punch will knock me out. But if he is gonna Mega Evolve, very nice to know that he's Mega Scizor. Very nice to know. I hope you're defensive with Bullet Punch. There's a chance we live, man. He goes for the Bullet Punch, but Berry Berry's gonna activate. This is gonna be so close whether we live or not. Please, Godzilla, live this hit, buddy. Oh, I don't live. He crit me, no, he crit me, no, the crit mattered, dude. I think the crit probably mattered. Scizor kills T-Tar with Bullet Punch. No. Oh man, that was bad. That was so bad. Okay. Let's see here. So I could go into Harry. I don't want him to U-turn though. I could go into Oxygen as well. I could go into Asparagus. Asparagus can take some hits from this thing. King Tut is actually pretty good here. What does he do if I start Calm Minding right now? What does he do if I just click Calm Mind? Does he have knockoff on this thing? That's gonna be the question. We saw Bullet Punch. Does he have knockoff? If I just click Calm Mind, like, what does he do against me? Can I beat him if I do that? He's gonna be scared of Will-O-Wisp. He's not gonna stay in. He's not gonna stay in because he's gonna be scared of Will-O-Wisp. I could Calm Mind on this thing. But the thing is, if I Calm Mind, he goes into Suicune, and Suicune starts to set up on me, that becomes a little bit problematic. He would go into Heatran, I think. If I start Calm Minding up, can I beat the Heatran? I think I kind of want to do that. I mean, I could easily go into Earthheart here, threaten him out, go for a Draco Meteor, hit the Suicune if I want to go that route. Because I know I could definitely, yeah, let's go into Earthheart. That's a safer play. I'm going to go into Earthheart here. It's a safer play. Because I'll get the Intimidate off. He's probably going to expect me to go for a Fire move. He's probably going to expect me to go for a Fire move here. So I'm just going to play Draco Meteor. And hit the Suicune, I think. Yeah, let's just go for Draco Meteor. It's gonna hurt everything. Even the heat train coming in, it'll break his balloon, so. Oh man, I wonder if he's offensive or not. I don't know now. T-Tar almost so close. It may not have mattered. The crit may not have mattered, man, but I was so excited to see if it would work. If I lived, oh my goodness, can you imagine? That would have been awesome. All right, it's no big deal. So he's -1 attack right now. This is turn 3 of Sand, so we got 3 turns. I just want to keep track because of Venusaur specifically for synthesis. But let's see what he does here. I mean, I'm gonna click Draco either way. He's -1 attack, so there's not really a whole lot I have to worry about from this thing. And if he were to like stay in for some reason, I mean, he's just basking to get hit with a fire move. So he's either gonna go Heatran or Suicune here. Suicune takes a tremendous amount from a Draco, and Heatran is not gonna take much, but I have Earthquake, so we can just fire off an Earthquake. I wonder if Gliscor was a Stealth Rocker. I really hope it was. That would be awesome if it was. He's gonna switch. Very, very clear there. And he goes into Suicune. Oh, I like it. He's got the 151 nickname. Shout out to that, dude. The 151, I like it. I didn't even notice it until now. Thanks, Jay. I appreciate you supporting. Here comes the Draco. We are going to connect. Depending on his spread, this should do about a little over half, I would say, depending on the spread. And that does just about what I expected it to do. So it does a little over half. He's going to see where Life Orb. Not a huge deal. I want to see if he's going to be lefties or not. He's going to take Sandstorm damage. And does show the leftovers. Okay, no problemo. Lefties. Now, is he gonna predict my switch here into Vaporeon and go into Manectric? Is he gonna Ice Beam me here? I mean, I could just go into Asparagus, really, in case he decides to go into Manectric. Let's go into Asparagus. Let's pick the middle ground here, because I know I could take an Ice Beam. Like, even if I'm not Mega Evolved, let me actually just calculate really quickly, but I'm pretty sure, like, just regular bulky Venusaur that I am, I can definitely take, like, an Ice Beam from this thing, assuming he's defensive. Because you know he's going to be a defensive variant. Let me see here. Let me just take a look and see what Ice Beam is going to do. It says 18 to 15%. Oh, that's if I have Thick Fat though. No, I want to calc regular Venusaur, dude. Regular Venusaur. I have 57 seconds left. Sorry, I really want to double check this because I want to go into Venusaur here, which is my middle ground play. I could definitely take it. Let's do it. Let's go into Venusaur, predicting the switch into Manectric. The double into Manectric, predicting my Vaporeon. It's maybe a little bit too aggressive of a play, but I think it's a decent idea. Because I can Giga Drain this thing, and if he starts setting up Calm Minds, then I just go into Vaporeon. It's not a big deal. And this is turn 4 of Sand. So we'll have one more turn of Sand after this. But I want to see what kind of set this Suicune is. Whether he's like a Calm Mind variant. So we're faster than him. I'm curious whether he just goes into Manectric, predicting my Vaporeon here. That's what I'm thinking he's gonna do. He may just go for Ice Beam too. He's gonna switch, and does he go into Manectric? Did I predict that perfect? Heatran 151, that's fine. He goes into Heatran. Let's see if he's got a balloon or not. Shiny Heatran. He's not floating on an air balloon? No balloon skis? Alrighty, let's do it. We're gonna Mega Evolve. We're clicking Earthquake here. He may predict that going to Azelf, but I'm just going to Earthquake. I really lose nothing by doing it, and I think this is the final turn of Sand, so he can kind of eliminate the Sand. He's staying in here, so if he's Shucka, we're going to find out. I'm Special Defense Venusaur, and my main objective is to kind of stop the Suicune and the Nidoking, which he didn't even bring, so he's going to Willow, which is a very interesting play here, because it's actually going to weaken our, Earthquake, which is kind of a bummer, but it still should do a solid amount to him. It does about 40%, so it's not terrible, and we see the lefties on him, okay. So we see the lefties, no big deal. Okay, so I don't really want to be burned and stuck in front of this thing, so I'm just going to make the play into Vaporeon here. His best play is to go for a fire move against me. I could also just make the play into Harry, but I don't know if I like that idea. Let's just go into Vaporeon here. I can threaten him out with a Scald. I can Heal Bell off this damage if I want to. What do I want to do? The other play is going into Earthheart. I can Earthquake this thing. Earthheart puts a lot of pressure on his team. I just don't want to get burned with it. I'm assuming he's going to Lava Plume. Let's go to Vaporeon. Let's make the safe play. I'm actually surprised his Heatran was faster than us. That means he like definitely put a good amount of speed on this thing. But that's okay. That takes away a little bit from his bulk. He's going to go for the Stealth Rock. So he uses Rock Setter. Definitely a bit unfortunate. I almost went into Mence there, but that's okay. Now something on his team needs to take a Scald. I don't know what that's gonna be. Whether it's gonna be a Suicune, whether it's gonna be something else. I'm just gonna go for Scald here because nothing really wants to take it. I'm not really too concerned. If he goes into Suicune, I have a chance to burn it, which could wear it down, and I can Heal Bell on the following turn. So, but those rocks are definitely a bit of unfortunate against my team. I'm not gonna lie. They definitely rack up the damage against Salamence and Delphox. Both have Life Orb, so their switch-ins are gonna be a bit limited, which is kind of scary, but I almost went into Salamence there too, which is kind of a bummer, because if I went into Mence, I could have really put some pressure on him by either clicking EQ or Draco again, or whatever it may be, because his Suicune is actually pretty weakened. It's like 45%. Heatran's at about 80%, let's say, and Scissor's still at full, so. But my Skull play is definitely the best play, because if he goes into Suicune, it's like, again, I have a 30% chance to burn him. I could Heal Bell the following turn on the Suicune. He could go into Manectric, but Manectric does not want to take a Scald either, because Manectric's pretty frail. If he goes into Manectric, I just go right back into Venusaur. He's gonna switch. He could go into Manectric here. He goes into Manectric, so it's gonna take a Scald and a potential burn. So, I mean, this could really actually put a pretty big hurt on the Manectric, and that actually does over half and no burn though. Okay. So the Volt Switch here is incredibly obvious. The Volt Switch is incredibly obvious. Unfortunately, if I go into Venusaur, he just goes into Azelf. So what do I do here? Vaporeon is incredibly important for my team right now. So what do I do? What do I do? Manectric is very problematic because it can just Volt Switch right now. How much does a Scarf Manectric do to me? Oh, he's just gonna Volt Switch though. I have to switch. But he's gonna Volt Switch. That's the problem. And if I go into Asparagus, do I want to let my Asparagus go down this early? I feel like Vaporeon just has so much usefulness. What do I think about Harry? Harry still has some usefulness too, actually. But Harry doesn't want to take a Volt Switch, I don't think. Definitely not plus rocks damage. I basically have to decide here what I think is the least useful member right now of the team, is what I really have to do. And I think that's Harry. It could be King Tut though. What does King Tut do? I guess it's King Tut. You know what? Let's go into King Tut. It's the best play. I think Delphox still has a lot of usefulness from an offensive perspective. And even though this Volt Switch is going to probably hurt, you know, it'll kind of dissuade the Azelf a little bit, because I should be able to take one hit from it. He's just going to simply go for Volt Switch. I'm not surprised. That does a tremendous amount. Wow, he gets a crit. That is a big crit right there. That's a Life Orb Manectric. That crit really hurts, man. I'm not going to lie, guys. That one really hurts because that makes it so Azelf Revenge kills me without a problem now. Actually, everything Revenge kills me now. Which is definitely a bummer, because that was one of my primary answers to Azelf. So now what do I do against Azelf? I guess I have to Scald it with Vaporeon. Which is very scary. That's not a good situation to be in. That was really unfortunate. Man, that stunk. That one hurt a little bit. That one stung a little bit. That's okay though. Now yeah, everything kills me now. But at least I know he's Life Orb. Man, how much should that have done? Let me see. That did a lot, dude. Manectric. It's good on him to bring Manectric though. It's a good move, good set. Yeah, I mean, that would have done less than half to me, so I would have been sitting around half health, which could be the difference between me living a hit from Azelf versus not living a hit from Azelf, which actually I think it is. It depends on Azelf's spread, really. It really depends on, and if he has Shadow Ball in the first place, actually. He may not even have Shadow Ball on Azelf. But yeah, that one definitely stings a little bit. Definitely stings a little bit, but it's all good. It is what it is. Here comes the Tran, actually. He goes into Tran. Very surprised. I don't think I'm living a hit from this thing. I don't. Oh, I'm at 28 health. I'm definitely not living this hit from this thing. But what I'll do anyway is I'm just gonna go for the Pain Split here on the off chance I can live a hit, but I know I won't. I think there's no reason to save this thing. Actually, you know what though? There is a reason to save this thing. There is. I stand corrected. there is a reason to save this thing. To switch into Manectric later. Let's go into Oxygen. I'm gonna save this thing. It's worth saving because of the Manectric. I can use it for Death Fodder against Manectric later. Because I know this Heatran probably can't touch my Vaporeon. And I could just freely Scald. Here comes the Lava Plume, not surprised. No burn, sweet. Okay, Lava Plume, good. Alright, so now I kind of have a better idea of what's going on here. I can Scald. He can't bring in Manectric now, which is very nice. This might be my opportunity to go for that Heal Bell, because last time I Scalded against him, but he could go into Suicune. I'm just going to go for the Scald. I think being on the offensive here is my best option. I feel like just going on the offensive. I don't want to give him a free switch into the Manectric or the Azelf. If the Suicune comes in, I'm not worried about it, because I know I probably can stop the Suicune without a problem. But I think saving the Cofagrigus was the proper play there, because it allows me to switch into the Manectric Volt Switch later, take the hit, I go down, and then he doesn't get that switch initiative that he would otherwise have. He'll have to choose, I believe he has to choose his Volt Switch Pokemon before I choose my Pokemon, so it actually would give me kind of the initiative in a way. Which is very important. So I'm a little concerned because I don't know how I beat Azelf at this point in the match if he has HP Ice or Dazzling Gleam. I don't know how I beat Azelf now. Venusaur may be able to take one hit. Delphox maybe could take a hit. Vaporeon's gonna have to put in all the work in this match, guys. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that. That Vaporeon is gonna have to put in some work here. I could also try to pass a Wish to Cofagrigus too. He's gonna switch into what, Suicune? Here comes the Suicune, okay. So I'm not surprised there. Here comes the Suicune. It's about 40% health. I don't expect this Scald to do a whole lot, but a burn here would be incredibly awesome. I'm not gonna lie. And I don't think he can touch me. I don't score the burn, but we see the lefties again, no big deal. And he's gonna be sitting around the same amount of health here. I don't have Toxic, so I can't really do a whole lot to him, but what I can do is I can Heal Bell off that burn from my Venusaur. And that's what I'm actually gonna do. I'm gonna go for the Heal Bell and find out what this Suicune wants to do. He's gonna go for the Calm Mind. So he is a Calm Mind Suicune, and he obviously has an attack that's not Scald, which is very interesting to note. But that means he doesn't have Rest and Sleep Talk, so I don't really know what his plan here is gonna be. I'm just gonna roar him out. I'm gonna show him that I have the roar. I think I have to. And I just hope I roar him into Heatran. If I roar him into Manectric, I am in trouble. That's the problem if I click roar here. Part of me wants to Scald one more time, but I think I need to play it safe and go for roar. I think I need to play it safe because I don't know what his other coverage move is gonna be. I don't think he can really touch Vaporeon regardless, but it's not something I really want to mess with. So we're gonna just go for the roar here and get rid of this thing. Show him I have roar. He's gonna Calm Mind again, so I could have gone for the Scald Burn there, but let's just hope I roar him into Scizor, Heatran, Azel, anything but Manectric. That's all I want. Anything but Manectric, please. All right, I'll take that. I'll take that all day. I'll take the Heatran switching in. That's cool with me. That's cool with me. And we have worked our way up with Oxygen here back to pretty much full. I think we're gonna be close, if not at full. So we're 3 HP points away, which is nice. I get to just click Scald again. The problem is I don't have Rocks up, which is such a bummer. I don't have Rocks in this team. I decided not to bring it because I felt that I wanted the extra move slot on my T-Tar, which is probably what he thought I was gonna do on the first play of the game there, but I'm just gonna click Scald again because if I can burn this Suicune, he's not Rest Sleep Talk Suicune. He may have Rest, but he definitely doesn't have Sleep Talk. I don't think he has Rest though. It wouldn't make sense. He's probably Calm Mind, Scald. I don't know, but I'm just gonna Scald here. He's probably gonna go back into Suicune. There it is. All right, I need this Scald Burn. I need a Scald Burn here. I'm just gonna keep clicking Scald until I burn him now, because unless he gets to like +3, I don't have too much to worry about, and I can Wish and things like that. So I'm aiming for the Scald Burn here. I've been clicking Scald a bunch here. 30% chance. Do I get it? I don't get it. Still no Scald Burn. All right, so I'm gonna go for another Scald here. See what he wants to do. I know I could roar him out. He may just expect me to roar this time and maybe switch himself. But in order for me to beat this thing, I need to burn it. So that's the play here. And if he switches, then I get to get a Scald off on something. whether it's the Azel for the Manectric or the Scissor, because a burn on the Scissor would be incredibly detrimental to his team. A burn on... I'm just surprised his Heat Train outsped us. Like, I like put a decent amount of speed into my Venusaur. So he does have the rest. He shows the rest. Okay. So he's got rest on this thing. So you know what I could do? I could pass a Wish into my Cofagrigus, because he's going to be sleeping for a few turns here. I could pass a Wish into my Cofagrigus and try to Calm Mind against this thing, but that doesn't really seem like the best idea. I think I'm just going to Wish. Because he really, I don't think he can really do anything to me. Let's just go for the Wish. He's sleeping. He might go into Manectric. He's gonna be just asleep. I don't think he has Sleep Talk. So yeah, he's Calm Mind, Rest, Scald, and something else. I don't know what the other move is, but I get a Wish here. He's got one more turn of sleep, it looks like, I believe, based on how this works. So I'm going into Cofagrigus here. I'll get this Wish back up, man. I'll get healed up. I can knock off his item. I'm going to try to get a knockoff here and get rid of this thing's item. Because he used Rest. This is turn 1 of Sleep, and he's got turn 2 of Sleep coming up here. So this should be a successful pass into Cofagrigus. And that could really help me out. He's going to switch, so he's going to pull a switch out here. What is he going into? Manectric? He goes into Heat Train, actually. Okay. That's cool with me. That's cool with me. So he knew I was trying to pass a Wish, but I don't know if he knew what I was going into. He's got Will-O-Wisp, Lava Plume, Stealth Rock. What is your last move? Can I start setting up Calm Minds in your face right now? This Wish is actually going to heal me up quite a bit, too. Okay, so I have a tough decision to make here. To me, I believe that getting rid of Heatran's leftovers is worth more than anything else I could go for here. As much as I would love to set up a Calm Mind on this thing, I think getting rid of this thing's leftovers is very, very useful because it incredibly reduces his longevity. So I'm going to go for the knockoff here. He's going to go for the Willow, and he does connect. But I get to go for knockoff and get rid of this thing's item. There that is. Cool. So we do get rid of his lefties. So I really am tempted here to go for the Calm Mind against this thing. I'm really tempted to go for the Calm Mind because I know I could take a Lava Plume. So, but if I Calm Mind, can I take a Lava Plume plus burn, then Pain Split back up? Like, that's the problemo. Do I just Shadow Ball, predicting him to switch here? I'm gonna go for the Calm Mind. He's gonna go for the Ancient Power is his other move. Okay, we could take that. He does not get any boosts, and we're gonna get our Calm Mind up here. So I've seen this thing set, and now I'm sitting at +1. +1, baby. Against Heatran. I'm still really not doing too much to him, but I can actually just go for the Pain Split on this turn, or I can Calm Mind again. I'm thinking I'll probably Pain Split this turn, though. Because I don't want him to switch out. But what does he switch into? He's not gonna switch into Scissor. That wouldn't really make a lot of sense. Do I just Pain Split? I'm gonna Calm Mind again. I'll Calm Mind again because now I can take a hit from the Manectric. And at +2, we're gonna be in a lot better spot than we would have been otherwise, so. I'll Calm Mind and then I'll Pain Split if he stays in. Because I should be able to live Lava Plume plus Burn. And then again, I should be able to take another Lava Plume. It's gonna be interesting. If he Lava Plumes here, it'll definitely be kind of interesting, kind of how it goes down. Maybe Pain Split. Maybe I should have Pain Split. He goes for Lava Plume. Okay, so this is gonna be very interesting. Whether I can live Lava Plume, take burn damage, leftovers, live another Lava Plume, get a Pain Split off. It's gonna be interesting whether or not I can do that. I'm gonna try it right now. We're gonna find out in a second whether I can or not. But I'm +2. And I'm gonna go for that Pain Split now. I'm sitting at 45 HP, so I have to go for Pain Split here. So that's gonna be my play. He's gonna Lava Plume. Hopefully I can live this hit. I should be able to. I really should be able to, though. Yeah, we live it without a problem. We're gonna get Pain Split back. He's got a lot of health. This should actually get us a pretty good spot. It puts us over 100. It brings him down almost half now. Very nice. Unfortunately, I'm kind of in a situation where I don't really think it's in my best interest to continue to try to stay in. I'm thinking I should, to continue to Calm Mind, I think I should just Shadow Ball now and just try to knock this thing out. But the other thing is, if I get another Calm Mind up, I still don't know what set this thing is. If I get another Calm Mind up, then I can get another Pain Split off. I think I just Shadow Ball now because it's a 2 KO at this range. And I could just get rid of Heatran, and that's one big threat out of the way. So let's go for that. Let's do that. Let's just get rid of this thing. If he wants to switch to, I have the advantage now. Yeah, I just don't want to give him any momentum if I can avoid it. So the Shadow Ball here, I think, is the right play. It's just unfortunate that I'm burned. That's like, if I wasn't burned right now, like we'd be in an amazing spot. We'd be in an amazing, amazing spot. But the burn is gonna whittle us down every turn. But now what I gotta do is I gotta be able to get a knockoff. If I can get a knockoff on the Suicune, that would be sweet. That'd be sweet. But I'm still worried about this Azelf, man. This Azelf sitting in the back is so scary if I don't have Vaporeon to beat it. And even then, it's still scary. If he's like Life Orb Azelf with Shadow Ball, we're in some trouble. Curious to see what he's doing here. Does he just stay in Lava Plume? Or is he gonna switch around? Calm Mind Cofagrigus, baby. Putting in some work right now. Come on, little guy. He's gonna switch. Oh, this is good. This is good. Into Suicune, that's fine with me, honestly. That's totally cool with me because I can do a couple of things. Not only can I use Pain Split on this thing, I can get rid of its leftovers with Knockoff, which to me is incredibly valuable. And there's my Shadow Ball. That does a good amount of damage to him. And if I get rid of this thing's leftovers, and then I go for a Pain Split on this thing, like I don't even care if he Calms Minds against me. I can go +6 against him. It doesn't matter. I just go into Vaporeon and just roar him out anyway. So I really lose nothing here, and I can get rid of this thing's leftovers, which to me is just so valuable in terms of wearing this Suicune down. I know he wakes up this turn. I'm gonna go for the knockoff and just get rid of this thing's lefties, because if I can get rid of this lefties, that's really gonna help out the rest of the squad. Really gonna help out the rest of the squad. And I don't know what his last move is. It's probably Extra Sensory, if I had to guess. He's gonna switch here, so I'm gonna get a knockoff on something. What is it gonna be? It's the Heatran again, so he just goes back into the Heatran. So he was trying to see kind of what my plan was there, but my plan is the same as it was before. Maybe he's just trying to stall burn turns on me. But it's okay. I mean, I'm just gonna Shadow Ball now. So he knows I'm gonna Shadow Ball. And I really lose nothing by doing it, so let's just go for it. Maybe he has Roar as his last move, but that'd be weird, because then he still can't touch Vaporeon, so I'm not really sure. Not really sure what his plan is here. But it's all good. We're gonna just fire up a Shadow Ball here. I don't know if this is gonna knock out the Heatran or not, but I probably should have Shadow Balled the Suicune. But he's gonna Lava Plume, so this Shadow Ball is probably not gonna knock him out, and I know the Lava Plume isn't gonna knock me out, and I probably can live one more Lava Plume. Doesn't knock him out, but gets him really low. Gets him really, really low. Okay. So what do I want to do here? Do I want to just knock this thing out with a Shadow Ball? Pretty sure that's what I want to do. Is just pick up the kill on this thing, get rid of it, then I don't have to look at it again. Heatran will be gone. The alternative is to simply switch into Vaporeon here, cut my losses, and just say, okay, Heatran's pretty much dead anyway. Is that what my best play is, though? Going into Vaporeon here, so he won't get any momentum if I do that. Well, he goes into Manectric. I think I could live one Lava Plume. But I also think Vaporeon, going into Vaporeon here is actually a pretty solid play. Because I can immediately threaten him out with Scald and knock him out if I want to. I think keeping Vaporeon at as much health as possible is probably the best play. I'm just going to go for the Shadow Ball. Try to knock this thing out. He's going to Lava Plume. I should be able to live Lava Plume and knock him out. And I do. And Shadow Ball will knock him out. So Gyfagrigus kills Heatran with Shadow Ball, but I think we're gonna go down to the burn here after lefties. I think we go down. I'm pretty sure we go down. It's gonna be close, but I think so. Yeah, we go down. So Gyfagrigus dies to burn from Heatran. Okay, so now we gotta double down here. His play is probably to go into Manectric. So I think I'm gonna go into Harry? Or do I go into Earhart? He goes into Manectric. He goes into Manectric. I mean, if I go into Asparagus, I match up against the Manectric relatively well. I could switch into that thing too. You know what I think I do? I think he's probably gonna go into Azelf. Do I think he's gonna go into Azelf? Or do I think he's gonna go into Manectric? The problem is if he goes into Azelf, I think I have to go into Oxygen here, and then if he goes into Manectric, I have to make the switch into Venusaur. That's too messy. Maybe I go into Earhart here. Earhart I don't think is gonna really do a ton. Let's go into Earhart. Let's go to Salamence. He goes into Manectric. Okay. At least I get an Intimidate off here, and that keeps him from Volt Switching, like freely Volt Switching against me. Because he doesn't, if he's not gonna kill me with a Volt Switch, so he's not gonna Volt Switch here, I don't think. He's either gonna HP Ice. He's gonna HP Ice if he has it, which he probably does. He either has HP Ice or HP Fighting. So I think he's gonna just, do I just click Draco Meteor right now? I can click Earthquake too. I want to click Draco Meteor, but an HP Ice knocks me out. Volt Switch doesn't though. I could also click Fire Blast as an alternative play. Fire Blast would smoke the Scissor. The problem here is I can definitely take, I can probably take a Thunderbolt. He's gonna have HP Ice. He's gotta have HP Ice. Do you have HP Ice, Jay? Can you let me know if you do? I want to go into Venusaur here, but if he Volt Switches into Azelf, we're in so much trouble. If he just Volt Switches into Azelf here, we're in so much trouble. You're gonna have HP Ice, aren't you? If I lose Salamence, do I lose the match? I'm gonna just Draco. No, I'm gonna Fire Blast. I'm gonna Fire Blast because I'm already so weak, man. I don't think I'm living a Bullet Punch this range anyway. If I switch back into Stealth Rocks, I think I just click Fire Blast now, if I'm being honest. Or Draco, one of the two. Draco plus Fire Blast kills the Scissor anyway. Let's go for Draco Meteor. He's got Thunderbolt. We may live this. It's gonna be close. I'm naive, but it's gonna be close. We should live. We don't live. Wow. What was I just at, dude? That was a damage roll, man. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that was a damage roll. That's all right, though. Manectric kills Salamence. Salamence with T-Bolts. Okay. So now what I gotta do is, I'm pretty sure I go into Asparagus here and click Giga Drain. Which would hurt the incoming, hurts everything. Yeah, I think that's my play. Because even if Azelf comes in, I can hurt it pretty badly. So let's do that. Let's go into Azelf, or let's go into Asparagus here, and we're just gonna click Giga Drain and knock this thing out. Man, I think that was a damage roll. Because he's definitely timid. Timid Life Orb. Did I calc with Life Orb? My play was to stay in there anyway. Oh, I didn't calc with Life Orb. Yeah, that wasn't a roll then. I stand corrected. My play there was to stay in. I don't think switching into Venusaur is the right play there because it was just going to give him momentum with Volt Switch. It's unfortunate too. That Azelf is what's really, really scaring me right now. But we'll Giga Drain. We can 2-hit KO the Suicune from this range. If a Scissor comes in, we do have the HP Fire for that thing. Heatran's gone. Manectric dies if we attack it. Azelf is going to be just incredibly scary. Just beating Azelf right now is going to be so hard. That's the big thing I'm concerned about. I don't know if we can beat the Azelf. Maybe Giga Drain plus Scald? Maybe. I doubt it though. He's naive maybe? He's naive nature. I'm curious to see whether he keeps this thing. Whether he just lets it go down, just fires off a big, you know, thunderbolt or whatever, or flamethrower, tries to keep this thing, or whether he just, like, sacks it off. Because, yeah, I don't know. And the thing is like, Delphox can beat Suicune, but Vaporeon can't. He can set up on me. He's gonna flamethrower. Maybe I should have synthesis. That does nothing though. He's gonna take a little bit of damage here. We're gonna end up about half. If I synthesis there, that would have been nice. It probably would have been the best play there, but that's okay. Venusaur kills Manectric with Giga Drain. All right. What are we sitting at? A little bit, like a half maybe, half health. The thing is, Azelf just comes in here and clicks a Psychic move, and I'm so done. Here comes that Azelf. I think I have to save Asparagus and go into Vaporeon here. I think I have to. Right? Maybe, maybe not, maybe not. Maybe I just let it go down. Like, Harry can beat the Suicune with Grass Knot. I have it at around 60% right now. It's sleeping, so it's gonna wake up though against Suicune. Grass Knot does a lot. Like, Grass Knot definitely does 64 to 75 to Suicune. The thing is, if he goes for a Psychic move here, we are in a lot of trouble. Let's take a look. Azelf versus Venusaur. I kind of feel like I just got a Giga Drain. He's gonna knock me out either way, but I feel like I kind of have to just Giga Drain. How does Vaporeon do against Azelf? If he like sets up on me, that's the problem. I could take a couple Slide Shot. I think I just Giga Drain, guys, because I can't. The only way I beat Azelf is with Vaporeon. That's my problem. So I kind of have to do this. I'm gonna go for the Giga Drain. He goes for the Nasty Plot. I had a feeling he would do that. Yeah, we might just get swept now, unless Vaporeon can live the hit and kill Giga Drain plus Scald. That's gonna be so close. I don't think Giga Drain plus Scald will be enough though. I don't think it's gonna be enough. I'm just gonna Giga Drain again. I'll probably knock us out with Psychic or Psyshock. And then I basically need Vaporeon to live a hit, Scald, and knock him out. That's the only chance we have at this point. If that all happens, Delphox may be able to win the match. He's gonna go for Psychic, so he has Psychic, not Psyshock. And it's gonna come down to, can Vaporeon live a hit? And if it can, he's Life Orb. That's actually a good thing. Can Vaporeon live a hit right now if he's Psychic? Psychic Life Orb. Can I live a hit? +2. It's close, man. After rocks, it's a damage roll, guys. This is a damage roll. I click Scald here 1,000,000%. This is my play. This is a damage roll, whether we live or not. If he has Energy Ball, it's not actually. I think he probably just knocks us out with Energy Ball. Yeah, if he has Energy Ball, he's got Psychic. This is a damage roll. This is gonna come down to the damage roll. Can we live it? No, and that's game. We were sitting at, yeah, that was unfortunate, man, because that was a damage roll. Harry's gonna come in here. He should just be able to knock us out now with Psychic, and we're gonna take the loss here, man. That's a bummer, man. Definitely a bit of a bummer. You know, I think we played okay. I think he played really well, though. I'm just gonna go for the Fire Blast in case I can actually hit it. He has the Shadow Ball, so that's gonna knock us out. So Jay's gonna pick up the W here, man. I'm pretty sure that was a damage roll on the Vaporeon, guys, because my calc here is saying that a max special attack Life Orb +2 Azelf does 82 to 97, so it was kind of in the middle there. If we lived that, we could have scalded him, and then I think Delphox actually can win from that point in time, because Grass Knot would have beat the Suicune, and Fire Blast would have obviously beaten the Scissor, and I could definitely take a Bullet Punch. But we don't win, obviously, so kind of a bummer there, guys. But that's okay, man. It is what it is, dude. So we're gonna take the loss, guys, and we're gonna fall out of the possibility of the playoffs. So unfortunately, guys, this season is going to end very sadly, but perhaps I can bring Stoutland next week to hopefully make up for it against Nexus, since the match isn't gonna matter anymore. So definitely a bummer to walk away from the season this way, especially in a match like this. But it was a good match. You know, I can't complain. It was a really good match. I think we played relatively well. I knew the Azelf would be a problem. I don't really know. I mean, saving T-Tar would have been nice, but again, the problem was against kind of dealing with, you know, that crit with the Berry may or may not have mattered. I don't know. depending on whether he was offensive or not. You know, there was a crit on the Cofagrius that didn't really matter too much. You know, I don't know. I'm not too upset though. I think it is what it is. So you know what? You can't win them all, right? So that's gonna be that, guys. I hope you did enjoy this season. We do have one more match next week, guys. But again, it's not gonna impact anything. We're out of playoffs now, so we'll just try to have fun. But thank you guys so much for watching. Congrats to my opponent, Jay, of course. And that's gonna be it for me, guys. My name is Dan. I'll go by aDrive, and I'm gonna catch you guys later. Peace.